morning, South Florida, and welcome to the breakfast at the Brooklyn Cafe TV.
Take a deep breath and a good whiff of that coffee brewing. Grab yourself some toast, a donut, or any breakfast as Dawn and Freddie get you up and ready for the rest of the day.
So call in at 888-565-1470 to share a tip of the day.
Or just to say good morning. Shake off your sleepies, buckle in, because it's showtime.
Morning.
Morning.
Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe morning drive. We're a little late today because lots of stuff going on. And I know that somewhere on the other side of this forest I got here,
Good morning to you.
I can't even see you, but I know you're there.
Good morning.
How you doing?
I can see you on the screen. I'm good. How you doing?
Yeah, I see it on TV monitors. I am very excited. I've been up and down all weekend.
It's been an interesting weekend, hasn't it?
I have all sorts of stuff. I got all sorts of emotions. I'm all over the place.
Happy Monday to you, though. Did you have a nice weekend?
I did. As a matter of fact, I got to talk to your mom over the weekend a little bit. I got to see that more fans from Roku wrote to me, which is just unbelievable. People were actually saying to me, wow, you're really on Roku?
We're really on Roku. And yes, my mother loves you. She started on this Freddie kick. It must have been Friday. And then she texted me, she called me, she goes, I texted him, I talked to Freddie. She loves you. She says, you tell my son. She gave me a list. I said, you tell him. So I guess apparently she did.
She's a wonderful lady. I'm going to tell you, Mother's Day is coming. I sent that again, Teddy. Mother's Day, I think I sent that. Mother's Day is coming, and I want to, it's at the end of the week, right?
It's Sunday, yes.
So maybe what we'll do is we'll do a Mother's Day week, where we'll do a little something for Mother's Day throughout the week and celebrate our new beginnings. I don't know where to begin with this thing.
There's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of things going on. Well, tomorrow, I must say, is Cinco de Mayo, so tune in because we are having a very special Cinco de Mayo celebration with Crazy Uncle Mike's. They have Taco Tuesday. You can buy margarita mix and make your own margaritas at home. They've got cerveza that they're selling with the Taco Tuesday. So we're going to be doing a Cinco de Mayo Taco Tuesday right here at the Brooklyn Cafe tomorrow on May 5th. Tomorrow's actually my daughter's birthday also.
Is it? Tomorrow is Michelle's birthday.
So it's funny how birthdays always fall this way. But it was a great weekend. It was a busy weekend. We've got 2 new shows starting with our AMP Media Production Company. Today we've got The Reinvented Life starting at 2:30 with Pamela Chanel David. You'll be able to tune into that on AMP Media Productions and the Reinvented Life Network on her social media, YouTube, Facebook, and all of those platforms. And we also have tomorrow, we've got Real Talk with Marnie, and that is starting at 8:30 tomorrow night on WWNN, and you'll be able to find that on her page, and 95.3, 96.9, 103.9, 1470 AM. And our MailChimp went out, our May edition.
What is a MailChimp? Don't say the MailChimp went out.
Our MailChimp, our online gazette, our Cafe Press
went out. I don't know what she's talking about, MailChimp. Yeah, she sends me a message, MailChimp, and I'm thinking, I'm looking for
you didn't know what that
monkey
meant?
in the mail. No, I don't want to.
Monkey in the mail.
I don't care about that. All I care is that the press is out.
The Cafe Press went out this morning, as a matter of fact.
That's right. With Chief Editor B. What's B's last name?
Silva.
B. Silva.
Beatrice Silva. That went out, so check your inbox. Look for the Cafe Press May edition. Did you see I changed the picture?
Did you change what picture? There was 200 pictures.
There was a picture, our front cover picture that B did, and it was just missing a unique piece of me. And she's like, yeah, it'd be really cute if it had that, but it doesn't.
Oh, I saw that.
And I thought, I have to because I can add to it. So I did. If you can find what that unique piece of me is, let us know what that is, and we'll get you a bag of Brooklyn Cafe TV coffee. All you have to do is give us a call at 888-994-4995. Did you like the little addition I added to it?
I did. I thought it was very humorous.
I could not send that out in all good conscience, knowing who I am, without putting that piece in. And you saw Saturday night what I put out?
What'd you put out? Oh, yes. Oh, I want to talk to you about that. I am going to do my 19 push-ups in here. I need somebody to film it because nobody's going to believe it if I did it at home. I got up to 9, and then I had just eaten, so I got a little acid indigestion, so I stopped.
feedingsouthflorida.org. The push-ups only took me one take. My intro, I put in the wrong website, so I had to do it again. And then we did it, and Chelsea edited it on iMovie, and then it lost my head, so then we had to do it again and again. Apparently, when you use your phone, you have to do it horizontal. So the intro took a couple takes, but the push-ups, as you saw, Cookie was a great participant with me in my 19 push-ups.
I saw that. And not only that, but you did it flawlessly. You did it? Did you film it?
What? No,
No, she's telling me our guest is on the line.
Oh, okay. Did you do the 19 push-ups?
not yet. I'm doing them today.
See, I'm going to do it, Teddy. We are going to lead a revolt because there are so many revolts going on right now. We might as well add another one.
But the thing is, when I tag people, I don't want you to feel like, oh, I can't do 19 push-ups. Why did you tag me? Do one, do two. It's just about paying it forward. It's not whether you can do 19 or not. I really didn't think I could. That was Saturday night at 8:30 after dinner, and I thought, I'm going to give it a try, and I got through it. If not, you would not have seen it probably. But just try.
I got to share something with you because you don't know this, but Marnie's son, you saw that he did it, 19, and his special needs is with
Yeah.
this child. And she wrote to me, and she was like overwhelmed with emotion. It's the first time that her son actually, he looked at what you did, and he jumped in voluntarily and did what he did, and she was astounded because he's not known to do things physically
Wow.
like that. She was amazed, and she just sat there, and she had to share it out. She was telling me, oh my God, I can't believe my son did this. So more power to him. Marnie, we love you and your
Yeah.
family, and we appreciate it. And send it out. And you saw that we posted Marnie's coming out party, simple plaque picture that our producer
Valerie did it.
Our first one. I kept telling you, make it bigger, bigger, bigger. We're going to have a little class on bigger, 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 because it took 12 takes and it's still not big enough. But just putting it out there, she had almost 1,000 hits of people congratulating her, which I think was an
Nice.
amazing piece, being that she's new to the family. So congratulations on that. And that's tomorrow on the radio at 8:30 p.m. And we'll be producing that. You can call in. There's a call-in number, 888-565-1470 for that event. And you can say hello to Marnie, just throw her off her game. If she has 100 phone calls, she can't do her show. She just can say thank you, thank you, thank you. How you like that?
I like it a lot. I loved seeing the video of her son. I didn't know the story behind it, so that makes it even more special. You know what they say, if you can just touch one, if you can just make a difference in one person's life, and if that video changed his life, then you know what?
It was
All is
effective.
good in the world, right?
I tell you that.
It just takes one. But that was amazing. It's all about just giving back, and Ashley was going to challenge our producers if they did it, I was going to donate the $19 for them if they do their 19 push-ups. But since no one even replied to my text other than you, Freddie, I
What
did not
time
make
did you
the
send
offer.
it?
Last night.
Yeah, that's right. And
You were the only one that
And what does a
replied.
millennial do at night on Sunday? Right, thank you very much.
On WhatsApp. Yeah.
Oh.
At this point.
At the point of the conversation, everything is about timing. I'm sure if you send it out today, it'll be received well.
So
welcome.
anyway, interesting week, and we keep going. These flowers are beautiful. We had an early Mother's Day celebration, and these flowers come to us from Patricia Dutch Florals, and she will deliver to you. She has an entire program she does on aromatherapy with flowers, different flowers for different emotions, for different scents. So more to come with her on that. I think that'll be a great piece to do also. These
think we
lilies
should-
opening, Freddie?
They are, and they smell delicious. I think what we should do is contact her, and she can virtually give us the flower tip of the day or something, because, listen, there is never going to be a Mother's Day like this again. For those of you who have your mothers, you got to grip them tightly. You got to hold on to them, because that's a gift that God gives us. And I think that we should have a tip of the day for Mommy's Day, and we should have her do something virtually with her.
Mother's Day is another virtual event because it's another virtual event.
It's another event. We're going through events. There's good and bad news over the weekend, and I'm going to refrain from blowing up because it is what it is. But I'm going to look at the good side of this thing, because I think my co-host over there had a tough weekend, so I'm not going to come
you.
down on the heavy. Do we have Cohen's picture?
Yes.
Put up Cohen's picture. I don't know this gentleman, but I want to put up his picture, because this man, I saw this on the news this morning, and this is a leader. This is a man who is no longer with us. He died. He perished. He was a volunteer He was a fireman in Colorado, and he volunteered April 1st to go to New York City, and he became an EMS, and he was moving patients with the virus to different locations throughout New York City, and we lost him. He died to the virus, 67 years old. This is a guy who runs into the fire, into the bullets, into the flame, and does not turn around. And my heart and hat go out to him and his family. They flew him back to Colorado. You should have seen the airport, and the whole city of New York came out, and they lined up. I couldn't get the video down in time, but they lined up even at the airport. There was every firefighter in New York City was there, because this is what it's all about. Sacrifice, giving, going into the flames. He was a volunteer on April 1st, and we lost him a couple of days ago.
Wow. May
Okay?
he rest in peace.
So I just
yeah.
wanted to may he rest in peace. I just had to bring that up because my sister was overwhelmed yesterday, and I didn't know what the hell she was talking about, and I saw it on the news this morning, and there you have it. So, responsibility. You know, I'm going to tell you, you got to keep wearing these, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? You got to keep wearing the mask. And President Pence, you know, I lost all respect for you for what you did at the Mayo Clinic, and he apologized for being an idiot. You should have worn a mask. You sent out the wrong message. You get the wrong returns, and you got no one to blame but him. Everybody out there, thousands and thousands of people out there over the weekend. I understand it's beautiful and you're cooped up, not wearing a mask. It just sends an insult to all of these people like Paul Cohen, who have sacrificed their life to keep us safe. You should wear your mask. Don't come down on me. Don't hate the player, hate the game. Nobody wants this. Wearing the mask protects you and me, so do it. It's not difficult, okay? It's not difficult, and I just got to get that off my chest. And I promised myself I wasn't going to do this because I know that Dawn's had a tough weekend over the weekend, and I promised I wasn't going to do this.
But he's doing it anyway.
Huh?
But he's doing it anyway.
All I'm asking is, you know something? Wear your mask, man, because it doesn't take a lot to put it on and take it off.
Good morning, Marnie. Good morning, Steve-O. Good morning, Terry.
Oh, we got Steve-O watching?
Happy Monday, everybody.
Steve-O,
yes.
New York Sound
New
is
York
awake?
Sounds. I know. He probably never went to sleep last night.
Steve-O, when you say let's chat, you can't just look at the computer and not say nothing. But we're going to talk to him at midday. We're having a Rum Monday.
Rum Monday and midday show?
Yeah.
All right, we're
I
going
don't
to
know
take
what that looks like yet.
We're going to see. We're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we've got Adita Lane joining us. We're going to talk about finding your inner superpower. So stay tuned. You can give us a call, 888-994-4995, and we'll be right back.
Hey everyone, this is Jeff, your branding specialist with Promo Stuff For You. So we're entering the new year. By now everybody has gotten their corporate gift, so this time of year generally is quiet with the exception of marketing departments trying to figure out what they're going to do for 2020. So it's really important that a company figures out and does proper planning throughout the year as to what type of marketing they want to do. At Promo Stuff For You, I love being able to sit down with a client and figuring exactly what they want to do, when they want to do it, and time it with the various events they might have coming up.
If a tree falls in the woods and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound? Have you ever felt that your voice goes unheard? And you think that you can make a difference if only someone would listen? It's time for women in business to have a place to step into your power, a platform to embrace your hopes, dreams, and your visions, a voice to heal and restore. Your voice can make a difference. We have a platform you deserve to share your story and let your voice be heard. Be kind to yourself. Give yourself the chance to be heard and shine bright. Contact New Dawn Media by texting CAFE to 55312. That's CAFE to 55312. Or call us at 866-224-5422. Your voice can make a difference.
The way you live your life says a lot about you. The way you choose to commemorate your lifetime can say even more. It's a single event that speaks volumes. So how do you celebrate a life? Dignity Memorial providers believe that your memorial service should be as unique as you are, reflecting your personality and your passions. It should be a perfectly tailored send-off, a fitting tribute for family and friends to celebrate the person they love. We're professionals at catering to your every need, right down to the catering. In fact, no detail is too small. So when it comes time for a fitting tribute, we'll see that your final wishes are beautifully fulfilled. It's what Dignity Memorial providers are known for. And why you should rely on us to see that your life is well celebrated. The celebration of a lifetime begins here.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we're back.
And
I want to
we-
get a poker table, a crap table.
Why?
Because
I
I
want
want
to
to be
make a
able
ping
to
pong
throw
table.
dice. You know?
You know, we had your dice floating around somewhere from the other studio.
I have a whole board. We can have a whole poker thing.
That would require, and Gio's laughing, to move all this stuff out from in front of you. I don't even see you.
I
You
know
have so
that
much
this
stuff.
plant has a human because I think it speaks. Steve was saying, "Oh, we could play dice all day long because he plays dice." You see, now that's a mark. He's a loaded deal. I don't want to play with Steve. He's too good.
I need an assistant because I have so many LinkedIn requests that I have not even gotten to probably in 6 months. Teddy started with us as my assistant. You see what happens? She runs everything. So I need to actually, Freddie, find a new assistant to go into my LinkedIn and deal with everything that you have time to do. I don't know how you do it, but you met our next guest on LinkedIn, Adita Lang, talking about superpower. She's a life coach. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you guys doing?
We're great. How are you doing?
And Dina, I got to tell you something. I didn't even know you were coming on because she didn't tell me until maybe 15 minutes ago, and she was sending me all this information. I'm like, when did you talk to her? So I must have slept walked
You
through
were
the meeting.
sitting right here when we had the conversation on
I must have
Friday.
slept through that meeting.
Oh, man.
But I saw the superpowers. You have superpowers, and I said, this could be intriguing.
Well, good. I'm glad.
So
Well,
tell us what
welcome
you-
to our show. Tell us a little bit about you.
Well, I have been in the health and wellness industry for over 30 years. And so I kind of started out teaching group exercise, got into fitness, and then all of a sudden I started training fitness professionals all around the world. So great career. I've always loved my career. And then towards the end there, I got married, had kids, and realized that, like, wow, my energy's not the same. I can't do the same things. I've got these other responsibilities. So with that, I started making these little changes and came my first book, which is called Superpowers, A Busy Woman's Guide to Health and Happiness. And it's about how do you seamlessly place in some healthy habits into the craziest of days.
And how do you do that?
Well, it's a combination of four things. I call them the four pillars. You've got to combine exercise and movement, food and nutrition, sleep and relaxation, and happiness. And together combined, they make a very healthy individual. And especially now in these times when our immune system is becoming so popular and so we need to make it so strong, this is when we have to really start implementing these habits into our day.
Oh my gosh, people need you now more than ever. If you see everyone is posting what they've been eating in quarantine, right? So the eating is a whole level. With the gyms being closed, people are offering phenomenal online workout programs, but then you need the motivation to actually open up your phone, or if you've got 50 plus eyes like me, be able to see your phone. Then you got to figure out how to turn it onto your computer, right? Because who can see an exercise program on your phone? I've tried. I've tried bar that way. It didn't work. I kicked the table. I missed the chair, and I'm like, I am done on that one.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Happiness. Everyone's in such a conundrum, Freddie. Conundrum over this whole happiness thing right now because people are out of work. They're hungry. Their kids are home. They don't have a job. I mean, that's a whole nother level of that. And here you are. So your superpower
Yeah.
now, you got to put on that cape and get out to everybody.
Well, you gotta make it happen. Listen, from the fitness aspect of my career, on March 13th, I lost all my income. My clients weren't going to train. Most of them are seniors. I deal a lot with people who either have disease or are elderly, and they weren't going to come and do anything in person. And the thought of doing something virtual was a little overwhelming to them. So you have choices. You either say, oh my God, I'm going to sit here and pity, or I'm going to make something happen. So, now you recreate and you go all virtual and you do what you got to do.
How is that working? What are you doing now virtually? It's a great connection, by the way.
Oh, good. Thank you. I do virtual wellness initiatives. So I work with corporations and I help set them up with lunch and learns, 15-minute stretch breaks for their employees. They're all at home trying to work in between chaos of, virtual schooling and all that other kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And then I also do like health coaching for the entire corporate gamut.
Adita, I wanted to ask you, you actually are a symbol about what's going to happen and what's currently happening. Everybody wants to get back to work. And you notice that there's one door and 1 million people want to run through that door. And all they're doing is running into each other because they don't have a plan. They just think going back to work means going back to work. I met you on LinkedIn. I was surprised you even said hi. I said hello from the Brooklyn Cafe, and here you be. But you opened up a different door that we talked about this weekend, about delivery of product, getting back to work and delivering it concisely, effectively, mass numbers, small numbers, because people like salons, everybody needs a haircut. Everybody needs a haircut to get their hair colored. The problem is that until they open the doors officially, you're going to have to do this safely. So I wanted to talk to you on your delivery. March 13th, you've turned around, and now you continue to use, is LinkedIn the only platform that you're using to deliver, or are you on other social media platforms?
Oh, no, I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Tumblr, YouTube. I'm doing all of them.
And you've decided to grow your presence during this deal because you know just how valuable, and I was reading some of your takes and what you've done in the past, and you are a world of take your core and have some confidence, and I love that. Do you see what's going on right now headed in that direction, or do you think everybody's just panicking and just running in circles right now?
Well, I think it's 50-50. I think you've got those people that are running in circles, have no idea what to do. And then you have those others that say, you know what? I got to make the best of this. So let me just move forward.
Can I tell you something? I go between the two. On any given moment, I can't even tell you on any given day. On any given moment, I can go between the two, and I can be great. And we're going, and we are blessed with the opportunity that we are open. That we did our 2 weeks of quarantine, and well, we're not really open. We just happen to be here. Everything else is closed. But then you turn on the news, and you just think, just when the news is going to be on an upswing, they put in another depressing story, and you think, and you know it, and I know cognitively why. I know it's for ratings, and I know it's for their sponsors, and I know it's to get people tuned in. Or
maybe it's just because people can't police themselves, and they're trying to.
I don't mean those kind of stories, but yes, they're the fear.
It's to put
fear. Then, and I know better, right? I know in this industry what they're doing, but it's still, if it's getting to me, imagine what it's doing to everybody else. So you can be here, and then you can be here, and then you can be sideways, and you are just so calm. You know, Freddie, when I first started working with you, we talked about superpowers.
I remember.
And I said, if I could only wave my magic wand and do all of these amazing things and wash all negativity away. But we always say, what is your superpower? And here you are with superpowers, which is amazing.
Well, everything works together. And that's the thing is that, something as simple as exercise. Exercise can help you combat stress. Okay. And so if you're trying to eat really, really well, but you're stressed out and maybe you're not exercising, then guess what? You're not absorbing the nutrients from your foods. True. Because when you have stress, your intestines don't work correctly. So everything is interrelated. And you have to start making some choices of what you're going to do. The other thing that I see a lot of is here's everybody slathering on hand sanitizer and, the gloves and the mask and the whole 9 yards, but yet they're out there eating crackers and cookies and alcohol. Sorry for the rum thing, but all of that stuff. And the thing is that sugar is not just sugar. It's sugar, flour, dairy, and alcohol. They all break down and metabolize as a sugar, and sugar will actually impact and inhibit your immune system for a period of time.
Well, the question that people are writing in is that sometimes it's economics. I saw a gentleman, he was on the news, and he was saying, my rent or I eat, and he chose to eat. But he can't eat like he used to eat. He's eating a lot of carbs. They're eating a lot of, I mean, you've seen the cartoon with the husband and wife, they're the size of a bowling ball and they can't get out the house. And they're trying to figure out, okay, how do we get out of here? Carbs are very dangerous. Diabetics, carbs are very dangerous. It's the unhealthy sugars and things like that. So you want to measure what you want to eat, but sometimes economics slow you down. Maybe there are healthier, more better ways of eating that don't cost as much. Maybe that's a solution.
Well, I think everyone got too crazy with all this. I go in and I do kitchen pantry cleanouts, and I go in there to find the food product that they bought because it just looked kind of appealing. They figured they tried, they never ate it, but they're saving it for Aunt Betty because they don't want to waste their money. The other little packages of stuff that they bought that've been sitting there for quite a long time, and when you end up adding all that up, that's a lot of money. I wrote an article not that long ago for a mom's blog, and I'm pretty detailed about my food. My food is all organic. So I decided, you know what? I really don't know specifically how much I spend. So on a meal of chicken, vegetables, which included Brussels sprouts, quinoa, what else did I put in there? I think just a whole array of vegetables and everything like that. It was $6.20 per person. That included the seasonings, the olive oil, that included everything. And it was all organic.
Well, maybe what we need to do is to have somebody explain. I remember when I was a diabetic 4 years ago, I used to be on the Freddy seafood diet. I saw food, I ate it, didn't care, and that's why I got sick. And they took me, my coaches, I had 20 of them, including this one, they took me to learn how to buy water. So they let me go, and they said, okay, go buy, there was 7,000 bottles of water. They said, go pick out the water you want. And I picked out the wrong water because it had to be glass. There was only 3 bottles of water that my coaches would let me buy. So I said to myself, my God, if I can't buy water correctly, what the hell am I eating? So now I am vegan because the inflammation on food, for me, only for me, I'm not saying for anybody else, it hurts. And I've done this experiment where I've had a burger, and for 3 days I was miserable. So I've gone back to eating vegan. So you can do vegan dishes that actually taste like regular food. You got to watch the sauces and the sugars because vegans love, they love to add that flavoring to it. So you have to sort of compromise on this thing. But it's delicious. And all of a sudden I can open and close my hands. I don't feel bloated. My legs feel better than they've ever felt before. And it has changed my life. And I remember that Dawn used to feed me raw vegan. Remember this? We used to go to different places.
We would try them.
And we used to try raw vegan. And me and raw vegan, we just don't seem to mix. But the cooked vegan was fantastic. I love it. I tell people, listen, you don't have to be permanent vegan. Try being vegan, a little vegan for 3 days. And tell me how you feel. Okay? It was a test that was done. It was that movie that I watched. And all this thing people are throwing at me. So I think that if we had somebody who can teach us how to shop, and the nutrients in the body that will be absorbed, as opposed to spending money on things that don't help you. If you want to lose weight and everything else, you want to be strong, I think, Adita, you have the right formula.
Thank you. And listen, when it comes to the vegan, I did the same thing with a wonderful lentil recipe that I make for dinner. It's an Indian lentils with tons of vegetables on quinoa. That was $3.80 per person.
And I've had a similar dish to that, and I'm going to tell you, it was a little spicy, but I'm going to tell you, spice is the best thing for what's going around right now. I'm telling you, I will take it to the grave. I will fight. We take something in studio that was invented. Linda found a recipe and is invented, and it has a ton of garlic and spice in it. And we've taken it. I take it 3 times a day. I'm going to tell you, the stuff that comes out of my nose will make any human being sick, and I expel it. And man, I feel great. That with a little vitamin C once or twice a week. And I can eat anything. I don't argue about food no more.
How old are you?
Yeah.
Huh?
How old are you? 110?
I'm 127. But all of a sudden, I was never a big salad eater. They made me a salad yesterday with some garbanzo beans. I had 2 servings. And Linda looked at me. She says, okay, what you do with Freddie? Because I wasn't a big salad eater. But you're right. It's time for the new norm to be the new norm, not the wannabe new norm. We got to change. We got to change about cleaning, washing soap and water with hands. Sanitizer is not soap, ladies and gentlemen. It is not.
Well, let me ask you about that because this started 6 weeks ago. The amount of chemicals that we are exposing ourselves to by trying to stay clean, I feel like it's going sideways because the more chemicals we are trying to keep clean, it's more chemicals we're exposing to our bodies, maybe not the environment, but to ourselves. We're staying inside, and we've got the air conditioning and the fluorescent lights and all of these things that are not so conducive to a healthy body or mental state. Do you work with people with that as well?
Oh, absolutely. And you know, here's the thing. In this time, you need a schedule. You need to move, you need to sweat, you need to go outside. Even at the worst case scenario, if it's to walk around the parking lot a couple of times in the sun, the sunlight will actually ramp up your endorphins, make you feel better, and boost up your immune system.
Where are you
So
located?
it's an important aspect. I'm in Miami.
You're so close.
Yeah.
How do people reach you, Anita?
They reach me through aditalang.com and add Adita Lang anywhere on social media.
And you have how many books?
I have 2 books. So I have Superpowers, A Busy Woman's Guide to Health and Happiness, and I have Superpowers of the Family Kitchen to teach parents how to feed their kids and create the right health foundation for their children as they become older.
I love the aspect also that you work with companies because, you know, companies now, owners of major companies have to become table setters because you're dealing not only with the physical labor force, you're dealing with the mental anguish. And can you imagine you go to an office building, everybody's looking at everybody. Yeah, everybody's going to make believe that they're not afraid, but then a guy coughs and watch everybody run out of the building. Exit stage right.
Well, I was talking to a friend in Texas, and they're part of a big corporate bank. And they all said, all right, we're open. And he said, oh, no, we're not. Have you even thought about which hallway goes which way? Have you thought about how you go into the bathrooms and who's opening the door and who's going in the elevator and who's not? And they said, no. He said, then we don't open this bank back up until all of those things are even taken into account, things you don't even realize.
Yeah.
The other piece I wanted to ask you about, I've been looking to do a segment on how to feed your family, nutritiously healthy. You have a second book like this right now. I mean, every day it's hard to feed your family on a budget. Now it's even harder, right? How do we get the nutritious food to our children to make them not open that bag of chips because they were $1 for a bag this big at the dollar store, right? How do we do this, keep them healthy, keep their minds focused and activated with healthy food? And now, right, we're going to have a meat shortage also. How do we address this? I'd love to work with you on a segment with that.
Oh, no, absolutely. Listen, and here's the thing. First and foremost, I have parents that will reach out to me and they say, I need you to come here and speak to my kids. They're gaining weight. I don't know what to do. And my whole answer to that is, it's not their responsibility until they start buying their own food. So it has to do with what the parents are buying and sticking in the cabinets.
There you go.
It shouldn't be in there. Step 1. Then step 2 is you got to really, I have taken this time to teach my kids how to cook. Every night, I have 2 kids. Every night, someone takes turns. Who's going to cook? Who's going to do dishes? We look up new recipes. We've made our own bread for the entire time. We're no longer buying bread.
Wow.
And so we have made this kind of a fun time, and they have gotten themselves in the kitchen.
How old are your kids?
9 and 14.
Oh, okay, right in the thick of it.
That's where they belong.
Yeah. And listen, and that'll change their eating habits forever.
Yeah.
You got to get them involved.
It's the bread and the soda, the two things you got to get kids off of. And it's funny because when I was growing up, my mother used to give me a sandwich and a thermos full of Kool-Aid and say, okay, here's your babysitter, and go watch TV. And it's just
Do you remember
ironic.
Kool-Aid? Do you remember the Kool-Aid guy rolling through the door in the big pitcher, right? And then
Yeah.
you'd have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich on white bread. I know, or some fluffernutters, right? What we ate as, at least
But
what I ate as a kid was.
have you seen
And
how
think quick.
Have you seen how Kool-Aid's made a comeback? 25%.
I didn't even know Kool-Aid still existed.
25% more in sales. Spam is up 55%.
I saw Chef Boyardee also.
Chef Boyardee is a real person. I saw that deal, and I ran around the house. I said, oh, my gosh, Chef Boyardee is a real Chef Boyardee. That's his name.
They're up like 58%.
He's a real person.
He was a real person, yeah.
No, he's still alive.
Oh,
he's
he
in
is?
Italy. No? He gave a tomato to his grandson. He said, here's a tomato. I swear.
But ways to get around this, and they're great, and all these companies, they are serving a purpose. However, we have to also do some work with our families to get healthy food on a budget. So I would love to work with you on that.
Yes, I would love it. Absolutely, yes.
I think you have a message that we need to help you deliver, and we have a new platform. We're going to talk about it in a little while, that we are actually going to make it easy to look and do what you're doing right now on the screen. We're going to give a turnkey operation where you can make a phone call, we'll put a deal together, we will deliver everything you need to your house, put it up in mask
I
and
have an
everything
idea.
else. And you'll be on either you in your own segment, your own show, whatever it is you want to do with us, or just to use it for work. Because a lot of people, from what I understand, is it's going to go back slowly. So instead of doing 5 days at the office, you may end up doing 3 days at the office, maybe 2 days at the office, and then the others from home, because we've discovered that you can work from home if you have the
Yeah.
right equipment. So we're going to talk
People
about
can
that.
get your books at aditalang.com,
Absolutely, yes.
both of them.
Yep.
Fantastic. A phone
And
number
they can learn more
or...
about my programs there.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Adita. Have a beautiful Monday. Thank you for joining us. We will touch base after the show and see how we can keep growing.
Great, excellent. Thank you. Nice meeting you guys. Take care.
You as well. Have a
Thank
great
you.
day. Let's go to commercial
Bye.
break. When we come back, got a lot to I have an idea for Hector,
Okay.
for that turnkey. All right, stay tuned. 888-994-4995. Let's test out these phone systems. Tomorrow is Cinco de Mayo. I'm excited. We have to call Crazy Uncle Mike's and put in our to-go order for Taco Tuesday. I also want the margarita making kit to bring here.
Whatever you want.
Teddy, make them in on a Tuesday. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Let's all welcome a new sponsor to the show. It's AMP2 TV, the first and only internet production company that's truly plugged in. When you're looking for a full-service internet TV radio production company, discover AMP2 TV, a full-service production company that can provide all streaming videos in studio or remotely. They offer web page development, and they use all the latest platforms to help make all your business selling points more powerful. They can do remotes or live radio streaming, as well as tape productions for social media platforms and television. AMP2 TV can handle all of your television needs, including closed caption, for a perfect on-air telecast. Choose from a variety of creative TV and radio packages, or visit one of their many studios to get your creative juices flowing. Come and see why AMP2 TV works with many major companies, including Comcast, Bravo, and Fox 29, as well as individuals and businesses of all types and sizes. To see samples of their work or to find out more, visit their website at amp2.tv. That's AMP, the number 2.tv, or call them at 866-224-5422. Feel free to call for a quote or just a consult of how to put your business on a social media platform or radio platform, or just doing a show that is covered by all platforms. Call 866-224-5422 and make an appointment. That's 866-224-5422.
The benefits of CBD are well known, but not all CBD is equal. At your CBD store, our award-winning products are made from organic industrial hemp. Your CBD store products are third-party tested for purity, and we offer a wide variety of products to meet your needs and preferences, from water solubles, topical creams and oil drops, to pet products. Visit your CBD store and let our knowledgeable staff guide you. Your CBD store.
Healing Moments Wellness Boutique specializes in integrating scientific and ancient therapies to relieve physical, emotional, and psychological distress. Through the power of touch, coaching, and meditation, clients experience pain relief, relaxation, healing, and detoxification. Contact Healing Moments Wellness Boutique at 561-931-2187 and experience Boca Raton's Healing Haven. Enjoy the benefits of an individualized treatment plan to help find your feelings of peace, complete balance, and wellness. Call Healing Moments today, 561-931-2187, and be rejuvenated.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And I am here in Jungle Cafe.
We're back at the Brooklyn Cafe Show. That was a great segment.
I told you and I didn't even know that you spoke to her, or I was sleeping or
You
something.
were sitting right there, but it's okay.
Yes, and it's funny because branding is amazing. You know, I watch tons of stuff, and I saw the Superwoman deal that she had in her circle, and I said, wow, this is interesting. And then I saw what she did, and I said, I was talking to Gio about this new program that we were doing, and I said, boy, she can help us deliver this thing.
The superpowers. Yeah, it's a great program. I'm really excited that we're going to do, because now people are going to, can we talk a little bit about it?
Yeah, let's talk a lot about it.
People are working from homes, and they're going to realize that this is going to be probably the new way of corporate America, and because of the social distancing. So there'll be, in my opinion, there's going to be a schedule, just like we're working on here, that instead of having 10 or 100 or however many employees, you're going to have Team A, Team B, Team C, and these are the different days and the different hours that your team comes in. But that doesn't mean the team isn't working the rest of their hours from home. And like we've learned here, you're able to do this virtually, but to keep the level of production, to really get your message out there for our platform, you want a clear connection. You want to know that once that Ethernet cable is plugged in, you know how to get in and you turn on the Ethernet versus your Wi-Fi. All the things that you think are so simple, it doesn't happen automatically. And teach that. And the most important thing to me, Freddie, is the tech support, because we couldn't do what we did this weekend without calling our technical department. And we were on the phone with him yesterday
2 days.
2 days, for hours and hours yesterday. And then again this morning, he called in and walked Teddy through some pieces. But it's the technical side. It's not as easy as you see on TV. The network productions that you see, they have a full team of technicians working behind the scenes. The equipment is sent to doors. High-level equipment is sent. People are not, these broadcasters are not doing this on their webcam. As much as it looks like they are, they're not. You know, they make it look that way, but if you actually see, you saw the voice, the wires and the boxes and the equipment and the things that are sent to people's homes so they can get the level of production that looks like you think you can turn on your computer, it's not the same. And that's what the program that we are now offering with the technology on a monthly subscription. I am really excited.
Well, the object of the game here, to clarify, is that we put a program together for the business owners of America who want to bring their workforce back. So you take an Office Depot where they have thousands of people working in the offices. And because you can't put thousands and thousands of people into a building, what is the next solution? Phase one, you bring back a handful and everybody else can work from home. As long as you can get the work out, it makes sense. But a lot of people can't afford either to have the equipment or can't afford to have the connection or just simply don't know how to do it. We had people over the weekend that had trouble just doing YouTube, how to create a YouTube that works.
I don't know how to do that either.
But there are things that we walk you through and we teach you to do this, and you can rent the equipment in your place, or your business owner can rent it for you depending on what the deal is. But we have the equipment ready to go, not only here in Florida, but across the country.
Mac and Dell.
Mac and Dell. I am a Dell computer guy. The Macs are for you brainiacs. But the object of the game, on the flip side of this, if you want to start your own business, suppose like Adidas and things of that nature, and you don't have a clue of where to begin, we're going to give you what we call a turnkey, where you go on, we're going to set it all up. You can have a banner. The only reason I put up this rump thing behind me is so that people can see you can create your own bubble, your own branding.
What I like about this banner, Freddie, is that new sponsors can come forward on a weekly or monthly basis, and that becomes a visual
billboard.
Sponsorship billboard
That's
for
right.
all of our shows, which I think is a great idea.
It's funny. In my life, two things have happened that have made me noticed. One is my hat, because my cardiologist, who I knew for 4 years, didn't even know my name until I wore it. And she said to me, oh, you're that guy Freddie that I see on Facebook. I go, yeah. Oh, how are you? I says, Doc, you've been my doc for 4 years. Now you know it because of the hat. And because of the rubber sign behind me, people actually say, hey, Rum Man.
So funny. You were
it's
texting me this
true.
weekend, Rum. I go, okay, you're so clear. I didn't even know what you meant, but yes, we got a whole email from him as well.
Did you see that? There are people watching the show and links on Roku and everything else, and people want to get involved. The object of the game is to take an idea that you've always had, aka Marna and Chanel. Take an idea you've always had, make it bigger, and we will walk you through it from soup to nuts, even deliver the equipment to have you become a superstar among your peers. And then you have to become a game setter because you have to be able to do virtually everything else until, and then once this thing opens up, if you're part of the family, we bring you in to the studios. We have a number of different studios, and they will hold a public crowd if you want it, or just 12 people, whatever it is you want. The trick of this thing is to be able to get it on television and radio, and then to add a more tricky thing, try doing it live, ladies and gentlemen. It is not easy. It is a difficult deal.
You know what also is really important for people to realize? Not everyone can do everything. And when people are home doing their businesses at home and they feel like, I don't know YouTube, I don't know this, that's okay. That's why it takes a team. We have a production company. I don't know how to upload certain things. I don't even know how to get into your account for certain things, and it needs a two-way verification. But that's why you have a team. And the technology side, if that is taking you away from growing your business, that is why we are here to help you, which is why we've got Teddy and Freddie and our production crew that is working from home to help do that side of what we do in front of the camera. I can do this great, and I can talk to people, and we can do all of this all day long. But you need a team, and that is sometimes, I think that's going to be the hardest part for people growing their business, is if you're not a technology company, you don't know how to get your message out there because you're spending so much time figuring out how to plug in and do this and what platform versus getting your business and your message out there. I think that's the bigger message also, is that we can help with that and then take care of it. You don't have to worry about it. It's like it can be like your personal assistant of technology.
Well, it's front end and back end. Technology is one aspect, and then you have delivery being another aspect, and then you have promotion being another one, and marketing being another one.
It's a lot.
It is a lot. And the reason that I asked our producers to step forward, and Teddy has, and Slick has, and I put even more pressure on Teddy, is because I want the world to see that coming out of left field, you two can do this. Now, Teddy knows the back end of this business probably better than I do. And we learned today, we had a new challenge, and we went on the board. And we rectified that, where we can have people call in now and listen to one another. And we tested it last week, right? Yeah. People just don't understand how important that is. You don't understand, but people like the NFL show that is beginning to explode on Thursday nights, who have to bring in football players from all over the country because the NFL season is going to start as scheduled. I don't think that's going to change, but we'll see. You can't have these people when these platforms work at the same time, go into the station and everything else. We are updating it constantly.
I think the NFL season's going to start. Think about all the protective gear they wear.
No, the fans.
The fans aren't going to go. But I think the game
will. The fans want to go.
Well, that's a whole nother level. But I think football, I think the fans need to see football. I think America needs to see the games continue, even if you can't be there, because that is what is going to keep the psyche and the mindset of people going.
Well, we have a lot of friends. We've met a lot of friends in the past. And some of our friends, which I call familia, are struggling. Some of them have kids and husbands and stuff. Everybody's struggling. So I'm trying to offer an opportunity that you could do your side hustle. Remember when you first coined that verbiage here 2 years ago? And I never understood what a side hustle is. All of a sudden, the side hustle is becoming the mainstay hustle. It's changed. You know, we went from hula hoop to doing the tango, and now your life can depend on it because everybody wants to bring in money. So you have certain technical backgrounds. You have certain things you want to deliver. We're going to give you the opportunity. It's called Turnkey. And you can contact us at 866-224-5422.
Or email us at the Brooklyn Cafe TV, very simple, at gmail.com. Also, before we head out for the morning, get ready for Teddy Unscripted, feedingsouthflorida.org. Write that down. Give them a call. Go to their website. It is in 3 languages, although if you're hearing me, you know I'm only speaking English. feedingsouthflorida.org, English, Spanish, Creole. They have over 45 distribution sites in the Tri-County area. They are working $500,000 a day to get meals out to those in need. They do not ask you for any qualifications. There's no forms to fill out. There's no questions. They figure if you are online, you need help. No questions asked. Do not be embarrassed. And it's healthy food. It's not the bag food. It's fruits. It's vegetables. It's bread. Everything goes in your trunk. You pop your trunk. Station 1, you get a box. Station 2, you get meat. Station 3, vegetables. Whatever the order, look it up. feedingsouthflorida.org. Find a location near you. And if you are homebound or you don't have a car or you don't have transportation, you can go to the website and they will send the food to you. It takes about a day or two to get there, but they have delivery services that will get the food to you. So you can always get healthy food. It is free. You have no questions asked. The homebound one, they do need to know where you're located and how much food you need. So they'll have a little more questions on that one. But check it out. No one should go hungry in our community or anywhere. And they are an organization that are helping you. No questions. And if you check out my video, I did 19, 19, 19. Everyone asks why 19? COVID-19. So just for some fun, 19 push-ups, $19, and I tagged 19 friends, and I hope to do it. And actually, Marnie Goldman's son was the only one I saw do it. Freddie, you'll be next. Teddy, you're next. And I will offer it to all of our producers. If they do their 19 push-ups, I will submit $19 in their name to Feeding South Florida, because I feel like this is one of those causes, and it's an affordable opportunity. Every dollar counts. $1, 7 meals. So $19 is 133 meals.
Exactly. And I want to point out before we leave, and you don't even know this, but my family in Puerto Rico, they had a 5.2 earthquake again in Ponce, in that region. It destroyed the museum in Ponce.
Wow.
La Familia Santori sent me a video, and they wanted me to say thank you, because the organization Feeding America is down in Puerto Rico. Good. And they are feeding people down there. So my tips to you. We will be showing the video on Fuego today at 11:32. I got the crew all weekend working on this thing. I'm trying to get him either Fufi Santori, which is my uncle, or some other people in Puerto Rico to call in and stuff. We're working on that. I don't know if we're going to have it done in time. But I want to say thank you, because they are feeding my brothers and sisters in Puerto Rico. And I tell you, what else can happen to that island that hasn't happened in the last 3 years?
I find that interesting. I know we're running out of time, but they're saying the seismic activity is lessening with people not driving, and without the hum of the people, and without people on the roads. And for there still to be an earthquake with seismic activity lessening, I find that really, and I'm not a scientist, I find that interesting.
Well, they told me, and again, I don't want to repeat bad news, but there wasn't the country Atlantis in the Atlantic as well. It was about volcano tip and disappeared. So Puerto Rico is going through these trials and tribulations. Again, I don't even want to walk down that
We're not going down there.
I'm not. But before we go, did you hear the latest? More great news coming in. The deadly hornets have arrived.
Oh, stop it. Yes, I saw that too. Let me just tell you something.
You got to be careful.
Do you know why? Because all the media is trying to do is keep you in your house. Just
No. This is deadly. But this has been going on. There was a hornet that came in from Africa and they got rid of it. This is a different hornet. It goes through the suits. You got to be careful. I think it's in Washington State.
You are just a vast world of fabulous information.
I'm just telling you, see a hornet, stay away, call the authorities, and they will burn it out. They're trying to extinct that particular
I think I'm never going to leave the inside of the studio again.
Stop. It's not even here. It's in
Washington. It's in Washington State. You don't find that coincidental at all? You don't find any of this a little bit too coincidental?
You know something? I'm going to tell you something, okay? Stop it with the conspiracy stuff.
I cannot.
Okay?
Sorry.
I want to get back to work. But I look in the eyes of those that I work with, and I see the fear, and I have to be accountable and responsible for that. It's not about what's going on in there. It's about what's going on in this shirt. And that's what I put my finger on. I want everybody back. I want to fill this place to the rafters. Are you kidding me? I want Meisner Park. But I'm not going to do that if I'm going to put anybody in harm's way. I just can't. I cannot do it. Whether you think I'm right or wrong, everybody's
Say
entitled
good morning to
their
Jana D'Agostino, that amazing Sweet Treats truck we had here.
Oh my
Imagine
goodness.
if she goes out into the community and you roll around the amount of food you could bring to people.
I want to put a little hitch behind her and be a piragüero.
That truck was unbelievable is all I can say.
It is.
All right, have a great morning, everyone. Stay tuned. 10:30, Teddy Unscripted with Alana Shearer of Miss St. Petersburg, which will be a great interview. We've got Kids in Capes airing tonight at 7:30 p.m. on WWNN. And wow, what a great show. You don't want to miss that also. Have a great morning. Be kind to each other. We'll see you at 12. Bye-bye.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show is over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. Well, see you next